transmission.
This is Captain Shack of the Rebel Broadcasting Network, your source for the most up-to-date news inside Rebel space. Tonight's top stories. Alien contact has been made. The Goat's Wrath, during a long-distance expedition to the Coldor system, has made contact with a strange alien vessel that has now led to first contact with what we now know as the Kellison Republic. The Kellison are an honor-bound race of militarists that believe it is their duty, or rather moral imperative, that their democratic way of life be spread. Thankfully, first contact with the Republic has gone incredibly smoothly. Here's First Contact Specialist Wasted for more details.
The Kellison are a race of short-lived anthropods that has formed a society focused on rigid structure and honor-bound fixation of duty. This society is focused on the mastery of one's profession, which almost always is related in some way to military service or the support of the military. Leaders are elected based on merit and skill, with what we could consider political parties being broken down into the 8 great houses. These houses vie for control not by running against one another directly, but by attempting to provide the greater government with the best crop of recruits or candidates for almost every role in society. From musicians to weapon manufacturers, it is considered a great honor to have a member of your house chosen for duty. Any duty, large or small. The world of Azak is the birthplace of the Republic, a dry, rocky world dotted by low-lying areas of shallow oases that provide much of the Republic's food supplies, and, for the largest low-lying areas, are home to the capitals of the great houses.
In other news, some call it the ugliest ship ever conceived of. Others think it's a floating boat anchor in space. You'd be forgiven to think it's missing bits. This is the new Escort-class destroyer, the Nebulon B, brought to you by Armco Engineering. The first starship to come out of the Armco R&D. We know she's not much to look at, but the Nebulon B has it where it counts. She's got a set of medium and small energy deflector screens, the latest in gel-suspended armor, 3 small-type laser cannons, and a medium-S concussion missile system. She's packing the largest amount of firepower the Alliance has to muster. Alright, she's not all that fast, and honestly, the Nebulon B is only about 100 more hull integrity than the Akbar frigate, and about 5% thicker hull at 28% versus 23%. She's packing a whopping 141 shields versus the Akbar's 40, but it comes at a cost, with the standard concussion missile-laden Nebulon B running at a production cost of 313 minerals versus the Akbar's cheaper 225. It's all relative at the end of the day. The Nebulon B is the best combat ship the Alliance can currently field, with a longer range, more flexibility and firepower than any of her predecessors. The first Nebulons are set to come off the Lynx dry dock in the next few weeks. The colony of Grizzleton has been established, with former Captain Bear Crans being elected first governor of the icy world. Grizzleton is a world known for its beautiful icy flora, strange solidified core, and mysterious ancient precursor civilization ruins littered deep beneath the planet's glaciers. Governor Bear Crans is known for his hard work ethic and engineering background that has served him well in dealing with large-scale projects, such as digging out ancient ruins for further study. Dr. John Mason and Dr. Tom Bloxwell believe it could be possible to terraform some of the local worlds to meet Alliance needs for colonization. This research has become much more of a priority as the population continues to climb. This is Captain Shack with the Rebel Broadcasting Network, signing out. Thank you for watching. All right, back into the campaign. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shack here. Welcome back to the Grand Rebel campaign in Stellaris. So let's zoom out because we've actually got something worth looking at now. We've actually met up with the Republic, the Kellison, that our Xeno expert has talked to us about. Thank you, Wasted, for that little bit of audio. I appreciate it. We've also made contact with the Consensus. Now, I didn't do anything on them for the intro because I think I wanted to wait. I wanted to look more into this, maybe talk about getting some type of alliance going with them, but let's see what we're fully up to. So, research. I'm gonna go ahead and unpause it so time passes by. We're working on disruptor technology, so new weapon technology. We're working on, we just got a new transmission come in. Terraforming, which is almost done. How did we blow through terraforming so quickly? I guess it was relatively cheap. Wow, and then the new ceramic metal armor is almost done. It was a quarter of the way through. So what did we just get? Speaking of the Consensus, the galaxy presents enough of a threat without having to worry about a war between the Rebel Alliance and the Consensus. We suggest entering into a non-aggression pact of mutually secure peace. Now, I believe we already opened up a mutual not a defense pack, but a, oh, hell, what do you call this? Non-aggression pack. I believe we picked up a non-aggression pack with the Republic already, didn't we? We did. Now, I'm okay with this. I have been reading your guys' comments. People are really excited about the people around us. Let's go ahead and agree to this. Our comment section was like, yes, this couldn't be a better start for us because the first two empires right next to us are relatively friendly. They do like us. They don't like our spiritual nature. They don't like the wills very much and the temples that we've set up on a couple of our planets. But overall, they like us. They like us a lot. We've got our Federation builders, and then over here we've got our Democratic Crusaders, which kind of fit along our lines really well. So we're building those fast. We might go for Federation pretty early on if we can get the technology for it. Unless technology has been removed and now it's like under diplomacy. Now, Federation, you must build stable and lasting partnerships with our neighbors based on trust and mutual respect. Together, we are far stronger than we could have ever hoped to be alone. This unlocks Form Federation, so I guess it's no longer a research, but something that you just take for Unity. Wow, we're 3 months away from unlocking this, potentially. Is that a route that we want to go? Now, that one I have to leave up to you guys. I'm not really sure. A little bit all over the board on what we're going to take next with these two allies. You know, Form Federation's looking really close, because then we could have a proper Senate. We could have a proper Senate with the three races that we've got here. And together, we'd own, well, what is that? Maybe 25% of 20% of the galaxy on one side. Still got a bit more exploration to do up in here, but for some reason I doubt there's an empire there. I could be wrong, but they haven't seen anything with their exploration, and we haven't seen anything coming up this way. I have a feeling this is just empty space, but all right, what are our scientists doing? Dr. Boric, where are you? Well, you're on your deep space mission right now, exploring these worlds, and you found potentially colonizable planet, Sand Sea World. A 20 as well. Wow. The tiny little oasis in the image. What else we got here? A tundra at 15, and an oasis world, which isn't the kind of world that we're going for, because we're actually adapted to the cold weather of space, is what I almost said. The cold climate of space in these tin cans that we've been living in for so long. We found an anomaly. God, I cannot talk today. An anomaly. What do we have? Dr. Tabby, you've got a 0 chance for failure. There is signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on an inhospitable rock. Go and do the research. Have we actually found another precursor location? Because we've already done the research for 1. We found 3 so far, and she's about to find 4. Oh, if we can get this quickly, that would be awesome. We now have the ability to take a tradition, and we've finished our research in terraforming. Let's grab a new research tech first. Advanced construction techniques. Colony ships will build faster and cost less. That's kind of nice. Frontier clinics, though, will have our growth speed increase, but we have to actually build them on the planet, giving up one of our spots. I've never been really comfortable with this, giving up any point on a planet for something like that, 10% to growth speed, when we could have something like another temple on the ground, building up Unity or something along those lines. Though, I do want to increase the fleet size right now. We're gonna go with fleet capacity. It's something that I don't normally do early on, but because I think we're ready to build up the fleet a little bit. What are you building? You're building your Tier 3 space station, and we're gonna be able to build our new destroyers. Fantastic. Let's actually look at the ship design real quick for our destroyer. I don't think we've set these up, but the Nebulons, that's a terrible name. Nebby Mark 1 auto upgrade save as. Let's get rid of this one, and let's redesign this, because I didn't save the last design that I had. So what I wanted to do was pick up a heavy weapon in the back, and we're going to equip a medium concussion missile on the back of this. This is gonna do 19 to 33 damage. Hopefully, if we do come into contact with an enemy, they won't be able to shoot this down, I hope. They don't have a lot in the way of hull strength, though, but we'll have to see. And for the small weapons, part of me wants to equip the blaster lasers, so we have that kind of Star Wars-y theme. Sadly, it looks like 4 to 10 damage versus 6 to 11. Ignores 15% armor versus ignores 10% armor and 10% shields. I'm gonna have to go with the blue lasers, at least until at least until we pick up the next blaster technology. I'll also slap on one more missile on the bow, and this will be our Mark 1. What I'm hoping is this missile will fire faster and suck up whatever little bit of point defense the enemy may have, while these larger concussion missiles land on their target. Auto finish the rest of it. Looks like we're going heavy into shields. I'm actually okay with that. We do have the energy for it, and we're picking up a kitchen sink. I like that. As for what will the captain do if we reach combat? What kind of range? 80 range? Then I want you to kind of sit out. What's your max range? 40 range. 60, 80, or point blank is all I really have a choice for. If you could reach a little bit farther, what about small missiles? What's your range? 60 range. You could outrange them. Let's do it. Let's go ham. Full-on missile technology. We'll do full missile batteries, right? Yeah, we'll do full missile batteries to overwhelm whatever defenses they have. We can hit them at a range of 60, and then we'll give them the order to hang back, and artillery behavior at 60. So they'll sit at their max range, meaning they'll probably be out of range of the majority of the enemy forces, while our faster, more maneuverable fighters, let's go ahead and save that, can close the distance and keep them busy. That would be our corvettes. That means we have to change the corvettes to charge behavior. I want you guys running in dead on. I don't think we can change no, we cannot. We can't modify what the Z95s do, which should still be just rush in and kick the crap out of the enemy, which I'm okay with. So there you go, guys. Here's the first destroyers. Let me know what you think of the design of the Nebula B Mark 1. I am curious. We've also got, I've changed the stats a little bit. 141 shields. That's what I said in the intro. Everything else looks good. Combat speed's 1.4. What's your combat speed? 1.8. Slightly faster. I mean, that's actually quite a bit faster. So, what's the fighter's combat speed? 2.5. They're going to be able to close that gap really fast. All right. We'll call it good. Damage output 0.53 versus a 16.28. This is our artillery platform. Oh, I love it. That's good stuff. We're going to build a couple of those. As soon as we can on Hoth, we're going to do that. All right. Let's go ahead and unpause it. Now, as for Unity, because we've made contact with the two other empires that are out there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adopt the diplomacy aspect. I think that we could have an awesome republic. That's what we should be going for. We're not just building a federation, we're building a galactic republic. If we can get these guys to join a federation with us, then we can switch our name over to the Republic instead of the Rebels. How good is that? Oh, how good would it be if we can pick up cloning technology and really sell it? All right, so the Federation, what are we getting as a bonus for this, since I've never done it before? We have the surest way to destroy our enemies is to make them friends. Fair enough. Diplomatic influence cost reduced by -50%, and trust growth increased by 33%. That'll make forming the Federation much faster. Finisher effect. Adopting all diplomacy traditions increases our trust cap by 50+. In addition, we will unlock an ascension perk slot. And then we'll get some other perks like habitability increased, it looks like. We'll be able to get a visitor center. It's easier to take our rich culture for granted. We should make it easier for visitors from other civilizations to share in its beauty. I don't know what that building actually does. I bet it has something to do with generating influence is what I'm gonna guess. Straight up forming, this just allows you to get a federation going. Now, if we form a federation, it's gonna lower our amount of ships, our naval capacity that we can have, and it puts that capacity into a federation fleet. Now, I'm hoping there's more control over what we could do with a federation fleet compared to last season, where you only had control when it was your turn as president of the Federation, and I couldn't request help. I couldn't say, hey, come over here and help us. We're about to go to war with these guys. Amount we continue towards Federation naval capacity counts for twice as much. Oh, that's nice. We can double up the Federation fleet that way. And then we can gain Unity output for every member of the Federation and allow us to get traditions faster. I'm for this. This is awesome. Let's do it. We have now unlocked it. We're gonna get some of those, some of that build-up going. That trust will go faster. Let's go ahead and unpause it. Again, inactive buildings on Hoth right now. You know what? We're gonna activate you because in a couple of seconds, in a couple of days, you will be here to work on this power plant. We'll increase our output. So it looks like we're gonna have to get another structure going here soon. Gonna go with power. Oh, but we could go for a Unity monument of some kind. A monument. What would we build that monument to? We'll go with power. Can't go wrong with power. Power plant online. Okay, so we've got a satellite from the ancient race that's been living in this area, this quadrant of the galaxy. A small Vatium satellite is found in orbit of Mastamayu 1 Bravo. It had been set up to continuously repeat a message until its power source drained millions of years ago. We salvaged its transmitter array, but could only recover a small portion of the transmission. The main purpose of the satellite was apparently to preach the dominant Vatarium philosophy to neighboring civilizations. Really, what happened to him? Its message speaks of the need to disconnect and to embrace true existence, whatever that means. Now, these are the guys who had that VR technology to disconnect. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put you on this power plant while it's building. More power coming in. We're gonna have even more when this comes up. Fantastic. We've got more buildings that are currently not being run. We can activate you. Let's get that extra research coming in. Definitely. Construction complete on Hoth. Let me guess, our space station is finished? It is. So let's go ahead and pick up our first Nebula B Mark 1. Our missile boats. Complete. We can actually afford 2 of them. I want to beef up the fleet, so we're going to go ahead and build 2 of those. And hopefully they'll join up with the migrant fleet, which is sitting over indoor, which needs to go in for its upgrade.
Ships upgraded.
What's our fleet? We're over 100 now. Nice. Once we get these 2, you can actually see the fleet here. Once we get these 2 fleets merged, these larger ships, we'll actually have a proper command ship. We have the influence. I'm thinking it's time to pick up our first admiral as well. Orbital research mandate has been fulfilled. Congratulations, Elder Knack, for completing it. You get 250. Wow. We have a lot of influence. I mean, we could beef up our research speed if we really wanted to. We could enact a policy for... Oh, this is for particular research. There's not one that we have all the way across the board. Now, we talked about changing our food stockpiling. I have to agree with many of the experts in our discussions and our debates about changing how we deal with our food. We're gonna keep it at minimal. This maximizes how much growth we have for our extra food. But if we start getting threatened by an outside empire or some type of famine, we will discuss increasing our food stockpile so we never go into the negatives. Kind of just a risk we're gonna take for right now. All right, we have Grizzleton and our new governor who should be there on Grizzleton. Let's actually click the proper planet. Oh, zoom in. Didn't we colonize you? There it is, Grizzleton Prime. Zoom in on you. See what we've got. Wow, we don't have the Betharian power plants yet, do we? No, I wonder when we'll even see that. We're doing okay. We're doing okay on power right now. Let's focus on getting more research operational. So I'm gonna build a research lab here. We're gonna go ahead and move some of our civilians over to research on this planet. Grizzleton Prime is going to be a research hub. Yeah, fully. You're fully gonna be a research hub. Now, one of the benefits that we do get from our new governor, who has not arrived yet, I thought we put... Bear Crayons, you're not supposed to be an indoor, you're supposed to be over here. Because you're the tile blocker person. Get over here. We're gonna put somebody else in charge of indoor. I thought I had moved them, I guess not. Construction ship, and our science ship isn't doing anything, so let's get the ologist going back into deep space. I want you to keep exploring. Move here, and move here. What did you find? Alien vessels. Are they a threat? Oh, they were actually aliens, not like another empire. Spaceborne aliens. Construction ship, there's gotta be something that you could be doing to be useful, like build mining stations here. Oh, we blew all our money on ship construction. There we go. Unemployment. Somebody's actually not doing anything for the first time. You, here, you're no longer unemployed. Congratulations. And we can't afford to clear tile blockers. Indoor Prime is almost maxed out. We've got some glaciers that need to be removed, but overall,
system survey complete.
We're doing pretty good. This was the society bonus planet, right. What'd you find in that new system? 5 power in the solar system being generated from the 2 gas giants that are here. I would like to own this. We need the population on Christensen to grow so the border pushes out, is what we need. Now, we've talked about potentially colonizing farther out here. We do have a decent-sized planet. I am growing this... I'm growing our territory really fast. I'm a little worried I'm going too fast. If they were not keeping... Whoa, what happened to my mouse? They were not keeping up research-wise, but our population's growing pretty quickly. It's so fluffy. We've got alien pets on this planet, which would be a nice little happiness bonus, but... What is it? This world? Nothing special about it other than it's quite large. It's a 19, that's not bad. How much are we getting hit for right now? 30% less. All right. We've encountered a new alien race. The Veldurim. In Veldurim. Where are you? Tell me it's... It's gotta be the ologist out here. You've discovered a new race, that's interesting. Let's see what their ships look like. Space whales. Wait a minute. No, there is an alien here. Oh, hi. Who are you? Lambda aliens. Their technology is strange. Let's investigate these guys and see who they are. See if we can decipher their language. Complete. I also want to make contact with any other races that are over here. Yep, nope, you keep going where you're going. I mean, this is a really good start for us. In the last one, I was already in a war by now. We were right up bordered against a hostile race. This time, we've got 2 empires, the Republic and the Consensus, that actually kind of agree with our way of thinking. They don't like our spiritualist bits, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Offer trade deal. If we open up some trade deals, we can even grow this relationship further. Complete. Probably a good idea. Communication established. After successfully translating their language, we've established communication with a commonality of Lostrand Piev. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. Excellent, we're gonna have even more. We've actually maxed out on influence. We're gonna use up some influence. For the first time in a long time, we've maxed out on influence. So, what are we doing on Hoth right now? Well, we're gonna upgrade that. But what are we generating on here? A lot of Unity, decent minerals, okay research. We've only got, what, 1 research platform here?
Incoming transmission.
Let's pause this for a second. Why don't we enact an edict? Wow. Decommissioned colony, if I ever want to tear a colony apart. We don't have any research edicts that we can take on. I thought we did. Or at least like a power one. But it doesn't look like that. We could try to get aliens to come to our territory and grow these worlds a little bit faster. Like the surface of this planet is relatively empty. We could enact a policy to attract aliens to it. Legal aliens. This fanatic xenophile edict launches a massive PR campaign inviting aliens to come live on our planet in glorious multicultural paradise. I'd like to have some on our planets. The reason being is that we can use them to colonize other worlds later on. We're gonna run this for a few months and see what happens. Let's look at the surface. There's plenty of space. We're actually opening up more space so we can actually grow this planet even faster. We'll burn a little bit of our influence. Let's go ahead and let that run. And let's see this new alien species that we've made contact with. We're actually in their territory. Boric has kind of flown in there. Why don't we have you go north and not fly through their territory? Let's see who they are. They are fanatic xenophiles and pacifists. Really? They're like bird people. Erenic dictatorship. Holds an election upon the ruler's death. Okay, this government is a pacifist form of autocracy, where the state is charged with protecting the citizenry from their own violent tendencies, as well as any external threats. Really? What a weird... Watch this. This will be so funny. We get these empires, right? Like, we're very... let's make friends. Let's build this grand republic. And then this side of the galaxy is going to be just outright dictatorships, hostile alien species that want to just conquer the universe. Could be a little crazy. Also, the Republic down here, I noticed, has superior technology, superior naval capacity, and fleet power. They're equivalent in technology at the moment. They used to be superior, I believe. Whereas these guys are kind of equivalent, inferior. So that gives you an idea where the technology divide is right now, where these guys are superior fleet power, equivalent on everything else. Interesting. What ours will probably change as we continue to build up our nebulons. We're about to get our second one off the dry dock now. Let's go ahead and take a look at those while they join up with the fleet. Oh, that model's so nice. The ship is still so ugly, but the model's so nice. Oh, what do they want? We had diplomatic aggression pact. Let's see. Our galaxy presents enough threats. We wish to have a non-aggression pact with you. I will agree. It looks like our republic is going to be starting off strong when we get these three groups to join up with us. Why did you colonize so close to their territory? That's just gonna piss them off. I mean, right now they're fine, but I have a feeling that's gonna be a problem. Why would you do that? You could have gone any other direction. You didn't even colonize the planet, did you? Yo, you did. You're colonizing it right now. Oh, goofy. Really weird. Let's go ahead and turn that off, turn it back to normal. Hyperlanes. Oh, you can turn your hyperlanes on and off. So, science ship, Borak. Yeah, head on back here. I want to see what's up this direction. It looks like we now know the Empire to the north. I'd like you to scan this, but there's a hostile threat there. If we could get our fleet large enough, we could take on this threat. And then I could colonize one of these worlds, because I'd like to own this territory right here. I really would. This is another planet we could use too. What kind of bonuses do you get? Spirals of ice. Very unusual features are found. Oh, what did you find? Void clouds, okay. Spirals of ice. Very unusual features are found on the planet. The cold wind and moist air tend to form spirals of ice. Some of these spirals have grown so large they match our tallest buildings. It's remarkable how not a single crack can be found on any of them. Well, that's kind of cool. Hot geysers. An unusually dense atmosphere adds to food, but the other two don't actually do anything for us other than give us descriptors of what the planet is like. Though the location may be really useful. I would like to own this entire sector here. I mean, maybe that's just silly trying to take so much territory. I'm curious to know what you guys think, but if we colonize, say, here... Oh, wow, look at how rich this territory is. Shows we need to do more scanning. Why aren't you scanning constantly? Survey these worlds. All of these worlds need to be surveyed. We don't even know what's in this cluster right here in the center. Giving you orders. I also need you to level up to tier 5 so I can get you dealing with some of these precursor technology points that we've got. What are you working on? Oh, you ran from the... Right. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to head back into our space and get back to scanning our local territories. We're gonna deal with these void clouds at some point. Probably some point soon. 260? If we built up the fleet to take on those... we'd need more Corvettes to do it. It's probably not a bad idea. Let's get a couple more runner classes, and then we'll go into the Patreon, get the new commanders on board. We're gonna pour some cash into the fleet because we need to deal with some of the threats that are here, like these void clouds. Research is going fairly well. Excellent. We're looking pretty good. How is our relationship? What will it take for us to get to like a defensive pack level? We're at minus 48 now. We could open up trade deals with these two other empires, but I don't feel like it's necessary right now. I feel like it's growing fine by itself. I like it. I'm actually really excited by this whole concept of having a republic take up so much space. If we can get everybody in a federation, we can get them playing nice with each other. We would be a force to be reckoned with fairly early on. It's interesting how the Unity really has changed how the game plays at the beginning. Like, what route do you want to go for?
Research complete.
Do you want to force the neighbors to become part of your organization and be like the primary leader of it? Or try to go the peaceful route? Pros and cons to everything. All right, now we've got some interesting technology. We could go for advanced construction techniques and pick up frigate building a lot faster. Frigates for us right now at this point is all point defense for us. No pun intended. Which I don't really want to mass build frigates unless we happen to be up against something that's using a lot of missiles, which we have not come across yet. I'm thinking Research Initiative Center. First building and research collaboration, allowing faster research and more research options. I gotta say, this is probably the one I wanna go. Everything else is like energy siphon. And I don't think we're near our leadership pool as of yet. Yeah, we're 8 away still. Speaking of being 8 away and needing to use up some influence, let's go ahead and recruit. Let's go back into leaders. Let's recruit our first admiral into the fleet. So let's see what kind of admirals we've got. Ship upkeep, leader lifespan, or extra hull points. You get extra lifespan, but you're already 48 years old. Ship upkeep, probably the best for the long run, though the hull could save us, actually losing ships. I'm gonna go with upkeep, because I wanna max this out. Congratulations, our new admiral. Let me go ahead and name everything real quick. All right, so I've just added in Nathaniel Williams, our first fleet admiral. And he got to name the first fleet, and our first fleet is going to be the Defenders of Freedom, which I definitely dig. His command ship is the Paladin, which is right there, which is spelled incorrectly. Let me fix your ship name, sorry. There we go. That's how he had it. So there's our command ship, the Paladin. Admiral Williams has taken command. Congratulations on your promotion. So we no longer have the Migrant Fleet, but you've been renamed. And we've got more ships heading on over there, which we'll name as they join up with the fleet. Let me go ahead and name the Nebulon as well. The other Nebs. Oh, okay, there we go. So we've got, I can zoom in on it here. Click this. Where does, actually, I'm gonna separate the fighters. That's what I'm gonna do. They need to be their own fleet, so let me go ahead and do that now. Transfer ships. Transfer all headhunters. Oh, there's a button for it now. Boom! Headhunter Squadron. We're gonna call you guys Skull Squadron for the first squadron, and we could put an admiral in charge of that if we really, really wanted to. I don't know who I would add. Would I want to take a patron to be like the ace, the jag? I don't know. I'll leave that one on the fence for right now, but all right, so we've got our ships. Who did I put in? Oh yeah, it was George Fowell, Captain Fowell of the Defiant. Congratulations on your promotion, sir. I can now actually properly zoom in on the fleet and see just a little bit better. Where are the Nebulon Bs in the fleet? Click you, and I put my mouse over them. There should only be one of them. There you are. Nope, that's not it. No, I just separated you, didn't I? Yes, I did. You're the Akbar class. You need to join up with the fleet. So let's go ahead and just... What are you doing? Don't you do that. Don't you join up with anybody. You go over there, Z95s. Oh, you can see them flying around each other, too. The formation is tighter. They don't spread out as much, which is really nice. Let's move you guys. Y'all need to be in one group, so we're going to merge these two fleets. There's our two Nebulon Bs. This system is really dark. Well, you can see our captains. There's the Defiant. And our other Nebulon B, as the fleet grows out, the Paladin have joined the ranks. Excellent. And we've got our fighter squadron. Why haven't we pick up another ship? We did. Let me go ahead and name this runner. We're building more runners now. You should be the mount. Everybody should be joining you. Ah, you're on the way. I see. These are our new CR90s. Well, we'll name the CR90s when they get there. Everybody's still kind of joining up. Hopefully nobody's joining up with Skull Squadron, though they're not. We'll put you guys all into position above Hoth, so you don't cost us anymore. So let me go ahead and pause and organize Hoth up a bit. It's a little crazy right now. Actually, nobody's in Hoth right now. Why don't we move the Defenders of Freedom back to Hoth? There's no reason that they need to sit where they are. They can meet up with everybody. Skull Squadron, we're gonna go ahead and deploy you guys over Endor for now. Endor can be our fighter training ground as the story goes. So Endor Prime is this moon right here inside the Endor system. So, all right, everybody has their orders. Move out. Now, what were we gonna work on next? So we've got our fighters here. We've got CR90s being produced. Our fleet's going to be growing a bit more. Let's pick up, because I do want to max this out. Let's pick up aboard Endor Spaceport. We're gonna pick another squadron of Z95s, or we're gonna fatten out the squadron that we have. So they're very cheap. They're only 25 per. I want to have a lot of you guys. It's gonna have to be a mix. I know a lot of you have put in for being fighter pilots within the Rebel fleet. We're definitely gonna get more of you in there, so feel free to keep putting your stories in. That's how I kind of pick who's going to be part of the fleet. All right, let's see. What do we find? So Dr. Tabby aboard the Goat's Raft has found something new. An impressive structure litters the surface of this planet, practically begging for some archaeological work. Sounds good. 10% chance of failure. Go ahead and do it. You should get some experience from this, hopefully bumping you up to tier 5 scientist. I mean, Tabby, how old are you? You have to be getting... You're 70 years old. Ah, yeah, your age is getting up there. Huh. We don't have a ground general either. We haven't really needed one. Once we find a hostile race out there, then we'll worry about getting a ground general and building up our ground force properly. All right, so you're already doing the research on that planet, which should not take but a minute. You're all the way down here in the south. Our construction ship isn't doing anything. We have yet to take advantage of everything in our sector, so let's go ahead, build some mining stations on these 2 last worlds. Communications have been established. We've receiving a transmission from an independent space station of the Curator Alpha Enclave. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Interesting. Incoming transmission. Oh, I like these guys. I dig the look. First contact with the Curators. Greetings, Star Travelers. We are the Curators. Our ancient order was established eons ago by the various galactic powers and ascendancy at the time. We are dedicated towards the preservation of knowledge in an effort to safeguard the galaxy from descending into yet another dark age of mass extinction and barbarism. But we failed. Few of us remain today, but we are no less committed to our sacred mission than our predecessors were. We are willing to share some of our knowledge with you for a price. Well met. I actually see their race and all their info, but well met, sir. Let us try out one of these mods that we've been using. So I haven't really messed with this yet. This is the SpeedDial mod. So if we have Curators, and I believe if we have one of the trading outposts that we run into, instead of me having to constantly go to the sector that they're hanging out in, which would be, where are you actually located? Here? Yeah, this is their sector here. So it looks like our friends kind of gave us their phone number, had them contact us. Instead of having to click here though, and then click on the traders themselves to bring this menu up, now I can speed dial them. I can just click this right here. We've only got one group that we can contact. We click this, boom, now we can talk about it. We can procure new star charts. We can can you aid in our research? Of course. We're prepared to offer you limited access to our extensive databanks for a period of 10 standard years. This should provide a significant boost to your research efforts. I love this idea. What do we get? 15% across the board for 1,000 energy credits. That is a no-brainer. We're gonna work with the Curators to, let's look at how fast this increases our speed. 15%. We would love to purchase your services. Everything dropped by at least a month for 1,000 energy. So we want to keep an extra 1,000 energy, I think, in a stockpile just to keep that going, to keep working with the Curators. Now, as for research, something that I didn't actually think about. Should we start a research agreement? What would we get from it? For applicable research technologies. Their technology is beyond ours, I believe. we could pay them. I really want to get us going on research even faster. We could pay them to work together. I'll leave this up to you guys. What do you think about having research agreements? Because I believe it only works for research that they already have, but their technology is equivalent to ours. All their technology is equivalent to ours. But it doesn't mean that they don't have different technology. Migration treaties. We could open up migration treaties. That's what we wanted anyways. I want to open up a migration treaty with the Republic first, though. Oh, wow, they don't want to do it. Not yet anyways. We've got to let that build up a little bit more. But oddly enough, they will. Now, they're pacifists and xenophiles. So it shouldn't be a problem. I'm a little worried that we'll start getting other factions that we're gonna have to start balancing. I'll wait on opening up our borders completely to other aliens, and I wanna hear what you guys think about doing that for the Rebel Alliance. At some point we're gonna have to, but is it right to do it now? The fleet is now up to 177, with Skull Squadron being at 24. The first combat operation that I wanna go after is the Void Clouds in the south, so we can travel through here unharassed and be able to actually scan all this. Yeah, so we'll have to wait. Research is almost done in the Gora system. Let's see what kind of architecture that we find, and I want to check my scientists. Are there any scientists on the books? No, not at all. All of you are actually growing fairly slow. Sorry, Dr. Mesa, Brockwell, and Edwards, but you're just not there yet. I would stick you in command of one of the ships temporarily if I could get you to research these special projects, but they just can't do it. Space pirates! I haven't seen any of them in a while. I wonder when the next wave will come in. Construction ship, how are you doing on solidifying this? You're doing okay? Let's check the planet's surfaces to see if we need to build any more technology on these worlds. It looks like we're doing okay on Hoth. We can do upgrades on Endor Prime. And you had a bonus to society, so let's keep up with the society research by picking up a biolab on this planet. We'll also clear out this last tile blocker that we can. And you're gonna need a building here. Don't have the resources for it at the moment, though. Why is it paused? Shouldn't be.
System survey complete.
Whoa, better understanding of planetary core. Scientist Dr. Boric on board the science vessel Ologist has made another interesting discovery. Another world with above average core temperatures. The tectonic plates on this world seem very stable. This is possibly thanks to a few very large volcanoes that regularly release pressure that builds up beneath the plates. Further studies will be required to see how the liquid mantle in such hot core planets interacts with the dense metal center. It's fascinating. Oh, this is the second terraforming discovery out of the 3. We just got another bonus to terraforming speed, and we already have the ability to terraform a planet. You know, I didn't even think about doing that. We could terraform a world. But what world would we terraform? This world? With the floating islands that it has? It's kind of weird to think of terraforming a world that's already so lush and green to be colder, but it'd be more comfortable for us. No, if we terraform something, it needs to be, this is a large planet, 21. It needs to be one that has a strategic value as well as a resource value. And all these ones back here aren't really a research value to us. Edic Monolithic. Egagor 4 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, and evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines definitely chart definitely chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional, surely. Yeah, I guess so. Engineering research by 350, not bad. That's gonna bump us up to give us our metal plates just about. Cool, very cool. Let's check our planet's surface and see if we can grab any more tech. We can clear some more blockers, but nothing really necessary. You know, everything else is good for right now. I can expand into more resources. Yeah, I don't know what we would terraform, honestly. I mean, we only control this area here. It has to be a slightly habitable world to begin with, right? Like, I can't terraform this ball of doom. No, I can't. So it has to be close to begin with. Actually, you can. Let me pause this. I can terraform this world here and take on the bonuses of the growth speed and the planetary sensor range if I wanted to. Now that's interesting. With the mod that we have that gives us more of these geographical, whatever you call them, bonuses or negatives, there could be some really cool planets that we could terraform. Now the problem is they have to be within our territory to begin with to make it worthwhile. Like, you have what, just floating islands, which increase our happiness and our physics output? You're also not a very large world, one would think. I guess it won't tell us how large the planet is. Planet's almost in the asteroid belt. What would you get? Building materials and building speed. Minerals. Could be like a mining planet. Mineral cost. Fortification toughness. Anything interesting in this world other than something that we need to scan? But can't, because we don't have the scientist for it yet. Plus 25 minerals. Plus 20% to minerals. It's also it looks like a fairly large world. Doesn't tell us, though. Has to be within our border. What I'm thinking is, once the border range increases slightly for whatever reason, or we could even put energy output and engineering research. Engineering research could be very useful. And we could get rid of this. We could get rid of this frontier outpost. I mean, we can technically already colonize it at 70%. I don't know. It needs to be something really good, really worthwhile. %. See, there's already worlds like this. A 25 world. This is a 23, look how large it is. This one's a 25. We need to get a scientist out there and scan that. Who's the closest scientist we've got? The ologist with Borak. Why don't you come here in the Korean dust cloud, which this nebula actually gives 30% travel speed penalty. I wish there was more effects for the nebulas. Like, this nebula, I don't know, gives you extra weapons power or something, you know? Or disables shields. How cool would that be? In this nebula, it disrupts shielding technologies. Like, that would be crazy. All right, survey this world. Because if we could put a frontier outpost is what I'm thinking here. We could claim this, terraform the world and colonize it. If it's worth it. We know nothing about it though, so it's worth it to just get out there and scan. Where's our other science ship? Go and unpause the game. Migration treaty is the only thing we can do here. We could guarantee their independence. We will come to their defense. That might be the best way to make them like us, to grow our relationship even faster.
Research complete.
Guarantee independence of the Empire. If they are attacked, we will automatically come to their defense. Plus 4 or 5 each month for a maximum of 75. Because we need to build it up so we can get the defense pact going. I'm gonna open this up with the Republic. I'm gonna guarantee independence with them. Oh, but they're so far away. What if they go to war? The only group that I see not going to war would probably be these guys. All right, our research is finished. We can pick up something new. Defense stations. Afterburners. Extra combat speed. Afterburners would be fantastic for our runners, our blockade runners, our corvettes. Ion thrusters, though, would increase our invasion and combat speed. Oh, wow. This literally does everything this does, but better. Ion thrusters, you get sublight speed, you get combat speed 20%, and you get extra evasion, whereas this only gives you combat speed. I gotta say, ion thrusters are the way to go. And that's a really short research time as well. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh, and we get the bonus because Edwards is an expert in rocketry. Nice. Really nice, actually. I'll take it. We're gonna try this. We're gonna guarantee, no, I'm gonna leave it to you guys because we're already toward the end of the episode anyways. So here's the vote for this week. It's a little bit of a risk, but the consensus, do we say, hey, we will defend you if you are attacked by a hostile empire? Now, they don't seem to have any other contacts with any other empires that we're unaware of, so I'm hoping that there's no hostile empires down here, meaning that they're all like in this territory here. So we could guarantee their independence, grow closer to them, and get them within a federation faster. We could do the same thing with the Republic, but I have a feeling the Republic's gonna have contact with hostile governments much faster than anybody else. Possibly, we don't know what's out here. It's all kind of rolling the dice on this one. So do we like guarantee everybody's independence and be willing to help defend our allies out there, our future allies, just to show that we're there for the people? Do we just open up trade agreements with everybody? Like, look at, oh wow, unidentified empire, unidentified empire. They have a defense pact with an unidentified empire. Who do you have a defense pact with? Oh man, I wish I could trade for this information. We can. Let's offer trade deal, information, give me your star charts. Let's see if they agree to it. Could go either way. Because they probably explored more of like the Orntez Shroud here. Do not waste our time with outrageous offers. Okay, well, we'll actually offer you something along with it. Offer trade deal, information, give me your star charts. I'll give you star charts. We'll just trade star charts, and I will pay you a little bit.
Research complete.
Of minerals. There you go. Don't even need to give you that many. Confirm. Accept the deal. Didn't actually pop up any question marks on like where the other empire's territory is. Damn. And my science ships are too busy right now. I don't want to send them out too far. We did pick up disruptor technology. Fantastic. We could get improved deflector technology. We could even go up to the 3rd level of cold fusion power, the next power supply for our ships. Science cruiser unlock type. Inspired by advanced technologies discovered among the stars, this ship is an upgraded version of the science ship with faster engines, heavier defenses, and several scientific-related bonuses. Oh, man. This one I'm actually going to put up for a vote that you can click on and vote, because this could be cool, and then we could send our science cruiser to the far reaches and try to make contact with the rest of the empires and kind of see what kind of universe we're living in right now. But improved deflectors upgrade our fleet and actually go to, wipe out some of these threats that are in our territory so we can expand easier. Same with fusion reactors. We could make our ships better. Focus more on having more shields than having multiple power plants that I think we're already rocking inside the Nebulons, right? Oh, no. Maybe the Corvettes? Yeah, the Corvette's got an extra power supply that he doesn't need. So, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. There's the vote. And let me know in the comments below what we should do with our, hopefully, future allies. How we should improve these relations. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later, everybody.